I'm not allowed to go to strip clubs anymore. My girlfriend has said that's a no. Because I don't behave myself in there, so I'm not allowed to go to them anymore. Because strip clubs aren't what women think they are. Like it used to be like, okay, so when a man goes to a strip club, it's all about girls being as dirty and as horrible to each other as possible. That's what men want to see. Women, when they go to their like Magic Mike clubs or whatever the fuck they are, women want to see like a guy, hey ladies, he's a fireman, and he comes out with his hose and like that. And then whenever a stripper takes their clothes off, they still got like the fireman's hat on or a tool belt on or a policeman's gun on a holster, right? Because even when a man's naked, a woman wants to know that he has a job. When men watch strippers, we want them to have a job, and that job's stripping. We want to just look at that girl dancing and have a handful of money and just go, you can't take care of your kids. And when men get private dances in these strip clubs, I don't know if women actually know what goes on in those rooms, but it's dry humping. There's no dancing. The girl gets in front, she gets where your cock is, pushes it to one side, and then she rubs on it, and then she stands over and puts a cunt right in your face, and you go... That's what a private dance is, right? I don't know if there's private dancing in female strip clubs. Like, I can't imagine that there would be. I don't imagine like a woman getting out of a back room with a friend and like going up to a friend and going, and she goes, how was it? She goes, well, he just sat me down and then he grabbed my genitals and then he dragged his scrotum over my forehead. I gotta go to the ATM. In Australia, we had guns, right? Right up until 1996. And in 1996, Australia had the biggest massacre on earth. Still hasn't been beaten. And now, after that, they banned the guns. Now, in the 10 years before Port Arthur, there was 10 massacres. Since the gun ban in 1996, there hasn't been a single massacre since. I don't know how or why this happened. Maybe it was a coincidence, right? Now, please understand that I understand that Australia and America are two vastly different cultures with different people, right? I get it. In Australia, we had the biggest massacre on earth, and the Australian government went, that's it, no more guns. And we all went, yeah, right then, that seems fair enough, really. Now, in America, you have the Sandy Hook massacre where little tiny children died, and your government went, maybe we'll get rid of the big guns? And 50% of you went, fuck you, don't take my guns! So here's where it gets confusing, right? Now, as I said, I'm all for your Second Amendment rights. I think you should be able to have guns. It's in your constitution. What I am not for is bullshit arguments and lies. There is one argument and one argument alone for having a gun, and this is the argument. Fuck off. I like guns. It's not the best argument, but it's all you've got. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with saying, I like something, don't take it away from me, but don't give me this other bullshit. The main one is, I need it for protection. I need to protect me, I need to protect my family. Really? Is that why they're called assault rifles? Is it? Never heard of these fucking protection rifles you speak of? Protection? What the fuck are you talking about? You have a gun in your house, you're 80% more likely to use that gun on yourself than to shoot someone else. And people think, well, that'd never happen to me. You don't know that, because you know what? From time to time, we all get sad. One day you're happy, then you're sad, and then, it was... Protection? I had a break-in in Manchester, England, where I was tied up, I had my head cut, they threatened to rape my girlfriend, they came through the window with a machete and a hammer, and Americans always go, well, imagine if you had a gun. And I'm like, all right. I was naked at the time. I wasn't wearing my holster. I wasn't staring at the window waiting for cunts with machetes to come through. Like, what world do you live in where you're constantly fucking ready? You have guns because you like guns. That's why you go to gun conventions. That's why you read gun magazines. None of you give a shit about home security. None of you go to home security conventions. None of you read Padlock Monthly. None of you have a Facebook picture of you behind a secure door going, fucking yeah. Like, you're going to be ready if someone comes into your house. You have it at all fucking time. By the way, most people who are breaking into your house just want your fucking TV. You think that people are coming to murder your family? How many fucking enemies do you have? Geez, you think a lot of yourself if you think everyone's coming to murder you. So if you have it readily available, it becomes unsafe. You have it in your bedside table, one of your kids picks it up, thinks it's a toy, shoots another one of your kids. Happens every fucking day. People go, that'd never happen in my house, because I'm a responsible gun owner. I keep my guns locked in a safe. Then there's no fucking protection! Someone comes into the house, you're like, wait there, fuckface. Oh, you've come to the wrong house here, buddy boy. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna fuck you up. Okay. Is it 32 to the left or 32 to the right? Your mother's birthday? Why the fuck would I know your fucking mother's birthday? Maybe if you didn't leave the window open because it's too hot in here, we wouldn't be getting fucking murdered, right? I don't really get back to Australia that much anymore. I'm going back in like a couple of weeks for the first time in ages. Yeah. And every time I go back there, I always go see my family doctor because this is a doctor I've had my whole life. I really trust this guy. And my doctor in London's he's no good. And last time I was out there, I got a physical checkup done. He's doing my blood pressure, the guy in Australia, and he's like, Jim, your blood pressure's really high, mate. You're going to have to go on medication. And I went, I don't want to go on medication. And he went, well, you have to, because that's how doctors in Australia talk. And then he goes, I'll cut you a deal. Go back to London, get your blood pressure checked again, but if you get the same readout or higher, you're on medication, right? So I go back to my doctor in London, get my blood pressure checked again, get exactly the same readout that I got in Australia, and my doctor goes, oh, you're good. And I went, what? The doctor in Australia said that was too high. And he went, Australians with their salads and sport. Their standards are too high. By British standards, you're good. So I'm an unhealthy Australian, but I'm a healthy British person. I think as my health gets worse, I'm going to move to shittier countries until eventually I'm the healthiest man in Rwanda. Do you think pandas know they're Chinese and they're taking the one-child policy too serious? Ever ask a non-drinker why they don't drink? Same answer every time. You go, why don't you drink? And they go, I don't like the taste of it. Nobody does! No one likes the taste of it. We drink because we have to. No one has ever had a shot of tequila and gone, oh, that's lovely. Next time I'll have that instead of pudding. It's so Moorish. Smoking's a weird one, man. Smoking's like... I appreciate with smoking that you can't smoke indoors anymore. I think that's the right law. I think if people are working there, you can't smoke in front of them. I think it's fair enough. And it's the same law all across the world. But in Australia now, prostitution is legal. But you can't smoke in front of the hooker. Because this might be detrimental to her health. Is this really the worst thing that's happening to this woman's body on a day-to-day basis? If you pay her enough money, you can burn her. I'm not saying pour petrol on her and light her up. I'm saying heat up a bit of metal, leave a good mark, let people know you were there. Now, why I'm on the subject of burn victims. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. It's an awful thing to happen to anyone. but I do laugh whenever there's like a house fire or a car accident or something like that, and someone gets really badly burnt, and the newsreader will be like, they're alive, but they have been burnt beyond recognition. Burnt beyond recognition. You ever seen a burn victim? Most recognisable person in a room. The term should be burnt to recognition.